Hi everybody, it's Jamie Norman again, and we're going to give you a little footage of what happened here at the Classic November 5th and 6th at Kentucky Lake. Moores Resort, Krieger Ford, Knox Marine really came to bat this year again for our circuit. They make this possible to pay back 100% throughout the year, and we appreciate their support so very much. And as far as incentives go, I also want to let everyone know that if you purchase a new vehicle from Krieger Ford or a new fiberglass bass boat from Knox Marine, you could receive up to $600 off your season, depending on when you purchase the vehicle or boat. So you definitely want to look at, if you're making a purchase, look at our sponsors, because there's some heck of a big incentive out there for you to buy from our sponsors. And let's face it, they step up to the plate for us every year. Also want to thank Moores Resort. They did a fantastic job again. We had a buffet breakfast for $7, and it was a very good breakfast. Everything went very, very smooth this year. Launching went smooth. We couldn't ask for any better weather than we had. The lake did provide a little bit more of a challenge this year because of the rain that we got. On the 30th, when we were down there practicing, we fished all day long in a blinding rainstorm. I mean, it came down. And they had got some significant rainfall further south as well. There was some flooding downstream in the Mississippi River. Pickwick couldn't take no more water is what I heard, and so they held the water at Kentucky Lake. And this offered some very challenging conditions because when we got there, the lake was 4 foot low, and throughout the week you watched the lake level rise, and significantly. In fact, I would say the lake probably rose altogether somewhere between 5 and 6 feet. We're talking out of its summer pool banks. So buckbrush came into play by the time of the tournament, even grass in people's yards. So it was very challenging to stay on top of the fish. In fact, in a lot of the situations where we were fishing, we had moved as much as a quarter of a mile following our fish throughout the week, and it really threw a loop in it for a lot of teams and made it a very challenging atmosphere to catch a limit every day. But those who stayed on top of the fish and was able to catch them both days, they were the ones that did very well. And there wasn't that many limits. I think there was only 7 limits for the 2 days combined that were able to pull limits both days. So that should give you an idea how hard the fishing actually had become. We had we had 38 teams altogether, and we were fishing for over $30,000 in this Classic. So for all you people out there who are looking at a circuit to fish, you definitely want to look at Ohio Megabass. Each year we may have 50-some teams qualified, but we only seem to usually get in the upper 30s, somewhere in that vicinity, to actually go to the Classic. So you're talking a lot of money for a small number of boats. And remember, we paid 15 places as well, so that's almost half the field. The first day was very challenging. I think it was the more difficult bite of the 2 days of the tournament. But it had definitely got a little bit better than I had seen the 2 days prior to that, where it had been really tough. We had 110 fish weighed in for 264 pounds. Very, very tough conditions. We're going to take you to some of the weigh-in here and let you check that out, but I'm also going to let you know here approximately where everybody finished on day one. On day one, Koth and Britt brought in a limit for 15 pounds, 12 ounces. And Magato Moran, 14.28. Parrish and Parrish with 13.61. Manson and Moeller with 12.87. Reese and Welsh with 11.45. Googold and Carter with 11.26. Smith and Smith, our Krieger Ford sponsor, with 10.95. Norman and Fabian, 10.38. Einik and Salisbury, 10.33. Kitchen and Ray, 9.98. Actually, 8.98. I take that back. Hawk and Tapman, 9.89. Englefield and Cooper, 8.06. Huber and Dillon, 8 pounds. That just give you an idea of what was going on the first day. The second day provided even more challenging conditions. By that time, the water was out of its banks, and we're still adjusting on the water. The places that we had personally caught our fish, we had to move approximately 400 to 500 yards further back to follow those fish as they moved with the shad. We found that with the rising water conditions, a lot of the shad were moving right up on the bank and getting into areas where frankly you couldn't even get near them. And it's pretty disheartening to be sitting there and listening to big fish feeding 20 feet away from you, but there's just no way for you to get back there and get to them. And I think that's what happened to a lot of the anglers in this particular tournament.
Whoa, Googold and Carter.
Five fish. Team of Googold and Carter, 5 fish. Milk it.
I was waiting for Carl.
5 fish, total weight, and a new leader, 11.26. Okay, go Tina Magato Moran. Gonna weigh one for big fish.
How many total?
5.
5, and he didn't even come down here and practice. 5.63 and a new big bass. Nice one.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah, we did.
Did you?
We just got
I thought
here.
you just showed up the day before. Like you dirty dogs. Nice bag.
Thank you.
5 fish, total weight 14.28 and a new leader.
How many fish total?
5 fish. Team of Parrish. We're going to weigh one for big fish. Total weight, big fish 4.69. Nice one. Total weight on the 5 fish. $13.61. Good bag, guys.
Could have done better.
Come on, drink some of this water out of here.
And Leroy, 11.45. 5 fish.
How many total?
2.
Big fish will be 5.39. If you're going to catch 2, those are the 2 to catch.
I thought it was 2 fish limit. I threw 6 more back like that.
Total weight, 9.89. 9.89. 5 fish, Team the Coffin Britt. Gonna weigh one for big fish. Huh? I know. Big fish will go 4.06. Five fish total.
Oh, I got one.
15.12. 15.12. Thank you, new leader.
Hit number 18.